You know what? Protein is massively overrated, but before you crucify me, literally give me 5 minutes and I'll explain why. Now you're probably thinking, what the is this guy talking about? Like, protein is the king of muscle building. You must need protein. You need protein in your diet to make gains because protein is needed for recovery. And I do agree with you. But the big emphasis from personal trainers and everyone in the fitness industry is that you need 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, right? So let's say, hypothetically, someone weighs 200 pounds. Then hypothetically speaking, that person will need 200 grams of protein. But that's baloney. It's bullshit. 99% of people do not need that much protein. When you consume protein, your body can only ingest and absorb up to 35 grams of protein per sitting. So how the hell are you going to get through 200 grams of protein in a given day? And that's going to go into the agenda of trying to push supplements and protein shakes because they can be mass produced at very cheap cost, but they're going to be upsold to the market. Majority of the people out there do not need 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. If you look at all my before and after videos, all my gains and all my results, most of the time I would even climb past 150 grams of protein daily, even 120 grams of protein daily. Unless you're actually stepping on stage on a regular basis, you're a bodybuilder, or you are in that vicinity of muscle building, you do not need that amount of protein. It's pointless, right? There are 2 other things which are way more important than protein and the amount of protein you have in your body. How many times have people focused so hard on protein intake that they haven't focused on how hard they're training and their sleeping schedules and sleeping patterns, right? It's almost as if people will sacrifice their sleep and their training ability in terms of leaving you all in the gym, all for the sake of diet and protein. Sleep is way more important, right? I get it all the time. How much protein do you take? What's your supplement needs? And what do you get this? And what do you get that? And what do you take for supplementation? I'm like, no, like the biggest #1 thing in terms of muscle building, being a healthy adult, seeing results, is sleep. Like, why don't these personal trainers out there put an emphasis on sleep? Right? Why don't these trainers out there put on an emphasis on quality sleep? The whole shenanigans of 1 gram of protein per body weight, 99% of the people out there don't need it. You don't need that much protein. If you're going to be focused on a supplementation, focus on your ZMAs, zinc, magnesium, iron. Focus on your fish oils. Focus on actual getting some creatine. You don't need that much protein because let's say you do have 200 to 300 grams of protein daily. How many meals do you need to have? You need to have 6, 7, 8, 9 meals. Sometimes I've heard the advice where individuals will wake up in the middle of the night or they interrupt their sleeping patterns to have a protein shake. I'm not my guy. Like, you are doing the worst possible thing. Like, you are interrupting the most valuable thing that your body needs in terms of recovery and rest and growth for something that will not even aid 5% of that recovery and growth. It's crazy. It completely baffles me. Like, are you sleeping enough? Are you sleeping at the right times? Are you getting the REM sleep, REM, which means deep sleep? Are you going through 2 cycles of REM sleep? Are you going to bed before 12 o'clock at night? Are you waking up early enough in the morning? Are you getting 8 hours worth of quality sleep? But no, protein is what's important. Protein is where you make all the gains. No, it's not. As long as you get 100 grams of protein from a very balanced nutritional diet, right, you're golden. The next focus should be on how hard you're training at the gym. Are you actually sweating when you put a workout in? When you're lifting those weights, are you actually sweating? Are you out of breath? Are you pushing yourself at full capacity? Because if you are, when it comes to the evening, your body should automatically want to go to sleep. Your body should want to rest. So therefore it shouldn't be that hard for you to want to sleep. Not only is it going to aid you better physically, but mentally as well. A lot of people suffer from anxiety because they haven't had a good night's sleep for weeks on end, for months on end. And then people talk about, oh, but you need this supplementation, and you need to take that, and this. No, you don't. Your body releases those hormones naturally anyway. Growth hormones, release of testosterone, release of IGF-1, release of all these chemicals. Your body does that naturally. All these things and steroids that bodybuilders talk about before stepping on stage, your body does that naturally anyway. But the peak time it does those things is during your sleep, during nighttime, during those sleep cycles. like 10 at night, 11 at night, 12 at night till like 7 in the morning. Your body does that naturally, so why are you going to sacrifice the number one thing that your body does naturally anyway in terms of you getting all the results for something as mundane as trying to hit 200 grams of protein daily? So basically put, the average Joe, Jack or Joe do not need all the protein in the world. If you're 99% of the public out there, don't buy into these personal trainers trying to push this agenda for all the protein and the consumption of protein, of 1 gram of protein per body weight. You don't need that unless you're extremely serious about gym and you want to compete and get on stage. The majority of the results you'll get from pretty much 100 grams of protein up to 140, 150 grams of protein daily, regardless of your size, regardless if you're trying to bulk or shred or cut, regardless if you're trying to get more athletic, leaner, bigger. It doesn't really matter. It's your overall balanced calorific consumption, it's your overall balanced diet that will actually make that change. Again, sleep, how hard you train, and diet. Once you've conquered sleep and how hard you train, that's when diet comes to the forefront in terms of manipulating it. If you want to get bigger, more calories. If you want to get leaner, less calories. Micronutrients along the way, your vitamins, your minerals, your ZMAs. And if you want to go down the supplement route, yeah, I do recommend creatine. Hopefully you've gotten through to this stage. I have waffled on a little bit, but any questions, just comments below. Please do like this particular video. Do subscribe. I do know that moving forwards, I gotta go out and about and I gotta show training sessions. You know, I gotta do my park workouts, my gym workouts, and showcase that as well. And obviously showcase a lot more of my physique. But obviously it's been a long second lockdown. But everything's gonna start opening back up again, so we'll take things from there. Deuces.